What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over a question that I got through an email. I get this question a lot, or some variation of this question. So I thought today I would do a video on this, and that way I can just point folks to this video whenever they have this question in the future. And I'm not going to tell you the person's name. I'm going to read it straight from the email here. And I'm going to start down where it starts to get to the question part. And so it might sound a little silly, but that's why. Unfortunately, starting now, I'm stuck at what I should do and what skills I should develop that might help me with better understanding of Six Sigma, Kaizen, and make me a better candidate for future employment. Right now, this person's in Europe. So right now, I've read a few books about quality management, QM, Six Sigma, Kaizen, and statistics that, as of my understanding, are crucial to this field. Also, since Europe is multilingual, he just talks about learning other languages. And then he goes into his question. Okay, so he says, my question is, what skills are useful in a field that I can learn at home? So basically in this field that he can learn at home. And what should I focus on? How should I set myself apart to be a better applicant to future job opportunities? So first of all, thank you for the question. I really appreciate your support watching the videos. I thank you for this question because I do give this a lot of thought, and I get this question from other folks, so it's prompted this video. And what I would say is that, when you're talking about learning Six Sigma Kaizen, I think Kaizen is by far the most superior thing you should be learning right now. Over Six Sigma. The only thing out of Six Sigma that I do a takeaway from that is the DMAIC, and that's because with Six Sigma, and when you think about Six Sigma, that's really process variation reduction, and learning how to improve processes through variation reduction through machines, and it can be through people sometimes even. But all I'm saying there is that Six Sigma now seems to be a lot of machines that can spit out the data. So if you can understand the data, you don't really need to understand. You don't really need to go in crazy about Six Sigma. Look, having been doing this for over 20 years, going to 25 years and plus, I can tell you right now, Six Sigma was the thing. And a lot of people still want to do that, and they're paying godly amounts of money for courses. I've done it myself to get certified because I think they feel like that's going to help them advance the fastest and make the most money. But I'm going to tell you in this video the two things you need to focus on and how you can set yourself apart, which is basically what you're asking. So definitely focus on Kaizen. It's why I have the Kaizen Expert Masterclass. That masterclass, it will teach you everything you need to know about Kaizen's events, Just Do It's, and Blitz. And it wraps, the great thing about Kaizen is it wraps up improvement and problem solving under one little umbrella, okay? Although you still need to understand how to problem solve and how to do process improvements. So those are the two things I'd focus on. So the questions are, what skills are useful in this field that I can learn at home? First thing I would do is I'd focus on improving processes. And the second thing I'd focus on is learning how to solve problems. Now, here's the kicker. A lot of folks think they know how to solve problems. A lot of folks think they know how to improve processes, but I have been in this field long enough to know that oftentimes when you run into people, they talk a big game, but rarely can they execute on that. Not everyone, but it happens a lot. And so what I would say is, if you're thinking about improving processes, there's really one tool that I would start with, and understand it on an intimate level, and that is value stream maps. I'd also do process maps, but value stream maps, and that because value stream maps are sort of the starting point on understanding how to answer three questions that I talk about a lot, and I even talk about in the Kaizen Expert Masterclass course that I've mentioned, and that is, what are we doing? What can we do, and what should we be doing? So those are the three questions. What should we be doing is all based around TAC time, okay? That's the customer demand divided by the allowable time. I'm not going to go into it now. I have other videos on it, I believe, and it's definitely inside the masterclass, the Kaizen Expert Masterclass. By the way, all these things I'm talking about, I'll put links down in the description below. But what should we be doing is based on the customer demand. What are we doing is based on any inefficiencies in the process. That is your cycle times. This is what we're currently operating at. This is how many widgets we can produce a day. And then what can we do is like in a perfect world, if my cycle time was the best that it could be, how many widgets could we produce? What that does is that sets the ideal state versus your current state, and then it gets you working towards what you should be doing, which is making your customer demand. So focus on value stream maps and process maps right now. For right now, that's what I do at home. Find out all the information you can for free. Or buy a book or two. You don't really need to pay for anything when it comes to those. How should I set myself apart to be a better applicant in future job opportunities? Be the best at problem solving. Be the best at improving processes. And when you look for courses, okay, here's my problem with a lot of courses, and it's why I put together the Kaizen Expert Masterclass, and it's why I'm putting together a couple more courses this year on how to solve problems in the industry, and also how to tailor your resume. So it's all going to be like this conglomerate thing that comes together. But The reason I have a problem with a lot of courses is because you go in, they teach you, let's say we're going to a Kaizen course, right? Because I put together one recently. So let's say I was going to go take one online, or I was going to go pay for one. A lot of times what they do is they teach you about the history of Kaizen. They tell you about the definition of Kaizen. They give you some of the tools that go with Kaizen, but they don't teach you what to do on day one. They don't teach you what to do on day two of the event. They don't teach you all the pre-work that you have to do leading up to the event. All right. And these are the things, these are the tools. Knowing how to use these tools are the things that set people apart. Okay. And put them in a position of higher earning potential, because I know a lot of people want, that's why we do this, right? We want to help companies, but we also want to make a living, we want to feed our families. It puts you in a position of higher earning potential when you're able to do these things and teach these things. So I would say if you're looking for a course to take, make sure you focus on that. I know you had mentioned in your email that you like me. I'm sort of directing this towards the person that emailed me now. But you had mentioned that you like my teaching style. And it's because I think, and why a lot of people I think like this channel, is because I don't add a lot of fluff in there. I usually just try to stick straight to using that tool to get a result. I mean, I always think about it like this. If I'm teaching a course, I want to make sure I'm teaching a course in a way that I would want someone working for me to operate or to deliver. So for example, if I'm hiring someone, I'm hiring them for a specific task and I want them to deliver something, right? I want them to know how to use the right tool at the right time to get the best result. And so I teach my classes that way. I teach my classes in a way to say, look, this is what the tool is, and this is how you use it. All right. And so that's why I think that the folks that have gotten into the Kaizen Expert Masterclass so far have really enjoyed it. And I'm always trying to make it better. There's an assessment in there that, folks that have gone through the course can assess me on. But the thing about that is you don't want to just get into a course that's teaching you the why. You want to get into a course that teaches you how to actually use the tools that's being taught. And so I use a mock example in the Kaizen Expert Masterclass. I'm going to use a real example in the problem-solving masterclass I'm coming out with. But all those links will be down in the description below. You can also join my Business Improvement Mastermind membership that's free right now. We'll be going over DMAIC, and DMAIC is one of the best problem-solving tools I think that's out there. It really covers a lot of the, you'll see other problem-solving tools like 5P, 8D, but DMAIC to me encompasses everything that you would need to solve a major problem. And you can put that together with Kaizen to make it really fast. It doesn't matter. But the point I'm making in this is if you're going to look at Six Sigma, I would spend less time on the statistics, variation reduction, all that jazz, and spend more time on the DMAIC, the problem-solving part. So set yourself apart by understanding how to improve processes and how to solve problems for businesses. And then where it really matters, okay, and I'll be putting a course together on this later this year as well, is knowing how to articulate all of that value in your resume. I see so many resumes where people are not telling the right story. They're all over the place, and it really makes it confusing and difficult when hiring managers are trying to figure out if this person's going to be a good candidate or a good fit. And that resume or CV is really your first opportunity to get in the door, right? And so if you mess up there, you don't even get the call. So being able to articulate and put together everything from these courses, everything that you do, building your portfolio, and being able to articulate all of that in the value that you bring in metric form, I call these the golden metrics, is imperative. Okay, so understanding how to do that is also something that you need to work on if you don't know how. If you have further questions on that, feel free to email me. Anyone out there that has problems, if I've answered the question in this video, make sure you point them towards this video. And if any of you that have similar questions out there, as this gentleman did, this student did over in Europe, feel free to put those down in the comment section below or email me. All of my contact information is down below. I also have an Instagram account if you want to follow me over there. I do updates over there as well. Other than that, thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.